Welcome to the channel. Financial enthusiasts, have you ever felt like you're stuck in neutral while others speed past toward their goals? What if I told you the secret isn't just working harder, it's working 10 times harder? Today, we're diving into how to think big and take massive action with the 10x rule inspired by Grant Cardone's powerful playbook for achieving extraordinary success. Cardone challenges conventional wisdom by asking us to think bigger, act bolder, and aim for goals so high that they terrify and excite us in equal measure. In this video, we'll explore actionable strategies to multiply your productivity, wealth, and ambition by a factor of 10. By the end, you'll have the tools to conquer complacency and dominate your goals. So subscribe to the channel and buckle up. It's time to unleash your 10x potential. The first step to mastering the 10x rule is understanding the mindset behind it. Cardone's philosophy starts with one bold premise. Whatever you think your goals should be, multiply them by 10. Why? Because most people aim too low and achieve even less. Let's face it. Playing small is comforting, isn't it? But comfort is the enemy of greatness. By setting 10x goals, you're forced to think creatively, act decisively, and push past the limits of what you thought was possible. Here's where it gets interesting. Studies show that people who aim for extraordinary goals are more likely to achieve above-average results, even if they fall short of their original targets. Why? Because the act of aiming high shifts your mindset from survival to domination. It's like this. If your goal is to climb a hill, you'll pack a light lunch. But if you're aiming for Everest, you'll bring the gear, guides, and grit needed to survive the journey. Still not convinced? Consider this. Thinking big doesn't just inspire you, it inspires those around you. When you aim high, you set a standard that encourages others to push their boundaries too. It's like being the first person to jump into a cold pool. Your boldness motivates others to follow. Think about it this way. Imagine telling your boss you're not interested in a promotion because mediocrity is just so cozy. That's what playing small looks like in real life. And let's not ignore the practical side. Big goals force you to think in terms of systems, not just individual actions. For example, if you want to save $10,000, you might skip a few lattes. But if your goal is $100,000, you're now thinking about investments, side hustles, or even entrepreneurship. Big thinking naturally leads to better strategies. The lesson here? Take your current goals, whether it's saving $10,000, running a marathon, or starting a side hustle, and multiply them by 10. What does a $100,000 savings goal look like? How would you train for 10 marathons? Let these questions guide your actions. Now, this is an intriguing point to reflect on. Are your current goals inspiring enough to make you jump out of bed in the morning, or are they simply keeping you busy? All right, let's shift gears and explore. The power of massive action. Cardone's golden rule is simple. Take massive action. Not average action, not minimal action, massive action. Why? Because success loves speed and effort. Most people underestimate how much action it takes to reach their goals. And they quit just when success is around the corner. Allow me to present a different angle. Many believe in balance, work-life harmony, moderation, and measured steps. But Cardone argues that balance is overrated. If you want extraordinary results, you need extraordinary effort. Does this mean burning out? No. It means being so focused and committed that you're willing to outwork, outlearn, and outlast your competition. To put it simply, think of it like this. Success is like boiling water. At 211 degrees, water is hot. At 212 degrees, it boils, and boiling water powers steam engines. That one extra degree makes all the difference. Massive action is your 212 degrees. Here's an interesting perspective. Massive action isn't just about doing more, it's about doing better. It's about prioritizing high-impact activities over busy work. Think about it. What would happen if you replaced scrolling through social media with learning a new skill or networking with industry leaders? Small changes in focus compound into massive results over time. Research from Stanford University suggests that stretch goals, ambitious targets beyond current capabilities, stimulate higher performance, even in high-pressure environments. The key is to pair massive action with clear metrics to track progress. What's more, massive action creates momentum. Once you take consistent, focused action, you enter a state of flow where productivity skyrockets. This momentum not only drives results, but also builds confidence, reinforcing the cycle of success. Picture this. Massive action is like doing a cannonball into a pool while everyone else dips their toes. Sure, it makes a splash, but isn't that the point? Here's a practical nugget of wisdom. Block 2 to 3 hours daily for deep, focused work on your most ambitious goal. Use this time to tackle the hardest, most impactful tasks. This is certainly worth considering. Are you taking enough action to create momentum, or are you waiting for the perfect moment to start? All right, guys, let's talk about something that's absolutely important for success. Eliminate excuses. Success has enemies, and excuses are at the top of the list. Cardone says it best. Excuses are never the real reason people fail. They're just the stories people tell themselves to justify quitting. Think about it. How often do we blame time, resources, or circumstances for not achieving our goals? The truth is, excuses are a shield against fear of failure. If you eliminate excuses, you're left with only one option: find a way forward. Isn't it ironic? People spend more time crafting excuses than it would take to solve the problem. Imagine someone saying, "I didn't start my business because Mercury was in retrograde." That's the level of mental gymnastics excuses require. Eliminating excuses is a cornerstone of how to think big and take massive action. Cardone challenges us to reframe every excuse as an opportunity for action. For example, if you think you lack time, ask yourself, how can I make time? Instead of blaming a lack of resources, ask, how can I be resourceful? Did you know Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb? When asked about his failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." Now that's 10x thinking. Excuses also limit creativity. When you remove excuses, you force your brain to think differently. You start to see challenges as puzzles to solve rather than barriers to progress. Try this hands-on advice. Write down the top 3 excuses holding you back. Next to each, brainstorm one actionable step to overcome it. For example, if your excuse is "I don't have enough time," your action might be to wake up an hour earlier or batch similar tasks together. Finally, ask yourself, what's one excuse you're ready to eliminate today to start thinking big and taking massive action? Moving forward, let's talk about how to think big and take massive action. Cardone introduces a game-changing concept, the power of obsession. To achieve 10 times success, you must become obsessed with your goals. Now, this isn't an unhealthy fixation, it's relentless focus. Obsession separates the great from the average. Michael Jordan, obsessed with winning. Elon Musk, obsessed with innovation. Serena Williams, obsessed with greatness. Obsession creates clarity, fuels action, and silences distractions. A study from the University of Chicago found that individuals deeply immersed in their goals, a state called flow, are 500% more productive than those who multitask or lack focus. Thinking big and taking massive action with the 10 times rule isn't just about working harder, it's about channeling your energy with pinpoint accuracy. Obsession turns your goals into non-negotiables. It drives you to wake up early, work late, and push through obstacles with unwavering determination. But here's a twist. Obsession doesn't mean chaos. It's about creating systems that simplify and support your focus. Think of an artist who has a dedicated workspace free from distractions, or a business leader who schedules non-negotiable time blocks for strategic planning. Research from Deep Work by Cal Newport highlights that individuals who intensely focus on a single goal outperform those who juggle multiple priorities. Obsession isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right thing exceptionally well. obsession also cultivates resilience. When setbacks occur, and they will, your commitment ensures you bounce back stronger. It's not just about effort, it's about consistency, even when motivation wanes. Here's a useful piece of guidance. Identify your obsession-worthy goal. Spend 15 minutes daily journaling about why it matters and mapping out one action step to move closer. This practice strengthens your commitment and provides clarity. This is another intriguing point to reflect on. Are you treating your goals like casual interests, or are you ready to unleash the power of obsession to achieve 10 times success? Let's move on to the next rule, which is fear, your secret weapon. Most people view fear as a barrier, but Grant Cardone flips the script. Fear is your secret weapon for success. Fear signals that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, the very place where growth and transformation happen. Think about it. Fear often shows up right before a breakthrough moment. It's like standing at the edge of a diving board. Your heart races, your legs shake, and everything in you wants to step back. But what happens when you take the leap? You break through fear and experience something exhilarating. The 10 times rule encourages us to embrace fear as a compass pointing toward the opportunities that matter most. Cardone suggests that if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. Fear is proof that you're pursuing something meaningful. According to a study from the University of Southern California, fear-based challenges lead to increased resilience and stronger problem-solving skills when tackled head-on. This makes fear not just a challenge, but a tool for growth. Now let's take a look at this from a unique perspective. Fear is often a product of overthinking. Psychologists call this catastrophizing, where we imagine the worst-case scenario. However, 85% of our fears never materialize, as revealed in a Cornell study. Imagine how much progress you'd make by simply taking action instead of overanalyzing. Here's a tip. Start reframing fear as excitement. Public speakers often do this. What feels like fear is actually adrenaline, a sign that your body is ready to perform. Here's a practical nugget of wisdom. Write down one fear that's holding you back. Break it into smaller, manageable steps. For example, if you fear public speaking, start by speaking in front of a friend, then a small group, and build from there. This is certainly worth considering. Are you letting fear dictate your actions, or are you using it as fuel to achieve your 10 times goals? Let's shift our attention and delve into the concept of thinking big and taking massive action. Surround yourself with 10x thinkers. They say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. When it comes to achieving 10x success, your environment and the people in it matter more than you might think. Surrounding yourself with 10x thinkers isn't just beneficial, it's essential. Think about it. If you're in a circle where mediocrity is the norm, you'll unconsciously adjust your expectations and behaviors to match. But when you surround yourself with people who dream big, act boldly, and push limits, their energy becomes contagious. How to think big and take massive action. With the 10x rule hinges on this principle. Being around ambitious individuals elevates your own standards. You're inspired to think bigger, take more significant risks, and pursue goals that once seemed out of reach. Here's the kicker. It's not just about physical proximity, it's about mindset alignment. You don't need to know billionaires or CEOs personally to access their wisdom. Books, podcasts, and online communities can immerse you in the thinking of 10x achievers. Consider the PayPal Mafia, a group of former PayPal employees who went on to create groundbreaking companies like Tesla, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Their collective mindset and collaborative spirit propelled their individual and shared successes. A Harvard study revealed that a strong social network is one of the greatest predictors of success. In fact, having the right connections can influence your chances of achieving your goals by up to 95%. The lesson? Choose your circle wisely. Here's a useful piece of guidance. Audit your social circle. Identify the people who inspire, challenge, and support your growth. Make a conscious effort to spend more time with them. If your current circle doesn't align with your 10x ambitions, consider joining mastermind groups, professional networks, or even online communities. This definitely gives us something to ponder. Are the people around you lifting you up to 10x your goals, or are they anchoring you to the status quo? All right, let's transition and discuss the power of persistence, the ultimate 10x skill. If there's one skill that can guarantee success, it's persistence. In the book 10x Rule, Grant Cardone emphasizes that setbacks, failures, and even repeated obstacles are inevitable. But what separates 10x achievers from the rest is their ability to keep going despite the odds. Persistence doesn't mean ignoring failure, it means learning from it. Each setback is an opportunity to refine your strategy, improve your skills, and grow stronger. Think about Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Without persistence, the light bulb might not exist today. Studies show that resilience, the ability to persist through adversity, is one of the strongest predictors of success. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania found that individuals who score high in grit are more likely to achieve long-term goals than those who rely solely on talent or intelligence. The secret to persistence lies in your why. When your goals are aligned with your deepest motivations, it becomes easier to weather the storms of doubt and adversity. As Cardone puts it, if the goal is big enough, the work is worth it. Here's a step-by-step suggestion. Create a persistence plan for your goals. Identify potential obstacles and brainstorm solutions in advance. For example, if you're launching a business, plan for slow months, customer feedback, and market fluctuations. Here's a twist of fate. Imagine quitting a marathon at mile 25 because it's just too far. That's what giving up on your goals looks like, stopping just shy of greatness. This is certainly worth considering. Are you prepared to persist when the road gets tough, or will you let obstacles derail your progress? Finally, let's delve into how to think big and take massive action, and that is, celebrate and scale. Success is a journey, not a destination. In the 10x Rule, Grant Cardone teaches us the importance of recognizing milestones and using them as fuel for bigger achievements. Celebrating your wins, no matter how small, builds momentum and keeps you motivated. But celebration isn't the end goal. It's the foundation for scaling. Once you've achieved one 10x goal, it's time to ask, what's next? The idea is to leverage your success to pursue even bigger opportunities. This cycle of achieving, celebrating, and scaling is what keeps 10x achievers ahead of the curve. Research from Harvard Business Review highlights that employees and entrepreneurs who celebrate small wins daily are more likely to sustain long-term success. Why? Because celebration reinforces a sense of progress and keeps motivation high. Scaling also means delegating and automating. You can't multiply your success if you're bogged down in the same processes. Learning to let go of smaller tasks allows you to focus on the bigger picture. Here's another practical nugget of wisdom. Develop a habit of reflecting on your wins weekly. Write down 3 accomplishments and how you can build on them. Then, set a new 10x goal to pursue. Share your achievements with a mentor or accountability partner for added motivation. Here's a thought-provoking idea. Are you using your successes as a springboard for even greater achievements? Or are you settling for good enough? Financial enthusiasts, we've just explored the power-packed strategies of how to think big and take massive action with the 10x Rule. But remember, knowledge without action is like a car without fuel. It won't take you anywhere. Let's take a moment to reflect on the 8 transformative topics we covered. We started by challenging ourselves with the 10x mindset, a call to think bigger and aim higher than ever before. Because small goals lead to small results, and we're here to achieve greatness. Then we learned about the power of massive action, which isn't just about working harder but working smarter and prioritizing high-impact activities. Next, we confronted excuses, those sneaky little barriers we build for ourselves. By eliminating them, we unlock creativity and resilience. And who could forget the power of obsession? It's the relentless focus that transforms goals into realities. We then reframed fear as our secret weapon, realizing it's a compass guiding us toward growth. Surrounding ourselves with 10x thinkers reminded us that success isn't a solo journey. It thrives in the company of ambitious and supportive people. Persistence, the backbone of achievement, showed us that setbacks aren't failures. They're stepping stones. Finally, we celebrated the importance of milestones in Celebrate and Scale, using each success as a foundation to reach even higher. Now it's your turn. Which of these strategies resonates with you the most? Remember, the journey to 10x success begins with one bold step. Let me know in the comments how you plan to start thinking big and taking massive action. And if you've enjoyed this journey, I recommend you watch the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share it with someone who needs these insights. And of course, subscribe for more transformational content that empowers you to reach your full potential. Financial enthusiasts, the 10x life isn't a dream, it's a decision. Let's make it happen together. Until next time, stay ambitious, stay focused, and stay 10x. I'll see you in the next video.